I love this principle. Product knowledge is not any different. If we were to spend 10 minutes a day when we first start, or just 1 hour in a typical week, that 1 week, it wouldn't make a difference. Over time, we become an expert in our field. That's what I'm looking for, right? And you guys probably know this, an apple a day keeps the, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That felt weird coming out. Can you just wait for the whole month and then on the 30th day, like, eat 30 apples? Probably be miserable, right? Yeah, it'd be horrible. Or like, my favorite example of that. I brush my teeth. Can I like not brush my teeth? Okay, run your tongue along your teeth for me after 30 days. Buzz. And then brush 30 times. Does it work that way? No, you would have decay. You would have wretched breath. Okay, you'd have all kinds of challenges with that. It doesn't work that way. It works small decisions repeated daily over time creates results. That's what success is all about. Give me another example, because I gave you a whole bunch. I probably talked way too long. Give me an example of how this is true, like in life. What somebody could do if they wanted to maximize this idea of compounding interest or the slight edge philosophy, the slight edge principle. What would be something that somebody could use to enhance their life in some way, to win the head game more? Go ahead, thanks, Beth.
Like networking. Like if you talk to just like one new person a day.
I'm writing that one down.
How many points do I get?
How many points do you want?
I'd like 15, please.
15. Networking, great one. It's actually a powerful tool. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Love that one. That has never come up. I love that one. Okay, fantastic, cool, thank you. Give me some more.
Breaking a habit.
Ooh, fantastic. So breaking a habit, you have the cold turkey way, or you have the slow progress over time, progress that way. You're familiar with the Kaizen principle? What?
Well,
Oh, am I repeating? Sorry.
no, you're not.
What was that signal?
Just to repeat everything that anyone else says.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And thank you, love it. Now I got so distracted with that.
Kaizen is
One
where
more
you
time.
implement anybody's idea, right?
Mine, I said in breaking a habit.
Oh, I did repeat that one, right?
Yeah, you said what was the Kaizen. You're okay. You're
I'm on
okay.
Kaizen. It's a principle. It's actually how Toyota became Toyota, right? It's like post-World War II, the United States, we dominated the automobile industry, not just in our own country, but globally, right? We dominated. Toyota decides we want to be remarkable. They decide we want to be remarkable. And the Kaizen philosophy is how they did it. The Kaizen philosophy basically is this. I'm going to make 1 degree of change. I'm going to make us 1 degree better. Kaizen, actually, Kai means change. Or actually, let me rephrase. Yeah, Kai means change. Zen means good. Good change. Kaizen, it's a principle, right? I'm going to improve 1 degree. I'm going to improve 1 degree. And over time, what happened? Toyota known today for what? Most reliable, highest resale value, top, right? Okay, a good car. Fair? Okay. Love it. Success is all about making the small decisions, repeated daily. So here's my question for you. We know it creates success. Every one of us has the $2.65. Why don't we? Why don't we utilize the principle? Go ahead, Nate.
Maybe the first one is we don't know about it. We don't even know that it exists.
Okay, unaware, fantastic. Love it, 10 points.
Maybe fear.
Ooh, fear, tell me more. What do you mean by that?
The fear of trying to do and being feeling it.
Okay, cool. The fear of I'm gonna try and then it won't work for me, or something got me broken. Okay, go ahead.
Leaving the comfort zone.
Ooh, 10 points. He said leaving the comfort zone. Love it, love it.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Ooh, destination, love it. Okay, 10 points, fantastic. I'll do it tomorrow. A lot of times, we just never made a choice. We never decided that, hey, or knew about the principle to say, I'm going to use that, made a choice to create this result. I love that. Cool. Give me more, because this is really important. Because if we understand our why not, if we don't have any why nots, the only thing left is our why. I'm a big fan of amplifying the why. Go ahead, Nate.
So last week I said I was an impatient person. You talked about like flaws or what's one of your things. So sometimes for me, I can't wait to get to the $507,000. So I'll find a different way to do it than do $2.60 some odd cents a day, and then not lose focus of what it really took to get there, right? Because I'm trying to pursue different avenues. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so losing focus on the getting there piece. Or if I was to rephrase that, it's one of the things that typically comes up, what we call instant gratification. Your idea of what's another way, I think that's a working strategy. I love that question, what's another way? Here we're looking for what's another way to get us to that level based on simple and easy. Because if it's really big and really hard, we might not do what it takes to make it. So let me go with this just a little bit. It's this human nature piece, right? Instant gratification. One of the biggest challenges in that way is this, where it's like, I'll sacrifice what I really want for what I think I want right now. Does that make sense? Instant gratification is a big, big reason. In fact, the cool thing about instant gratification, I was thinking about, because I knew I was teaching this topic today, I was thinking about it this morning. Instant gratification, I'm not sure, because I haven't played it out much. My theory this morning when I was playing with it, instant gratification might be the root of any addiction, right? Any addiction, meaning sacrificing what I really want for what I think I want right now. And when I say addiction, what I mean by that, I have a whole soapbox, because there's a lot of addictions, and then there's some that are more socially acceptable than others, right? Soda pop, chocolate, like I'm a big fan. Sarah and I, my wife and I, we drive every day. We call it a juice, but it's soda. It sounds healthier. This morning we got a McDonald's. We drive. That's how we cope as like a couple, right? It's how we connect. Soda pop might be one other thing, right? But I think all it is sacrificing what I really want for what I think I want today. Does that make sense? Any comments on that one? Because I'd love to mold that into something a little bit. Go ahead.
Well, I think a lot of the time that goes with that is we're not used to exercising our willpower on like a daily basis or like throughout the whole day. Like there's studies about how people, like our willpower literally depletes as the day goes on because we're making decisions and we're holding ourselves accountable and be like, it's a muscle that we're getting tired and we're wearing it out and stuff like that. But if we like exercise that regularly, it becomes more usable. Yeah. Okay,
cool. I love that. What you said was using our willpower that over time, throughout the day, kind of dwindles. And actually, next week, the training next week is on that topic, because I actually don't believe in willpower. Willpower, if I have to do it, whatever it is, like turn my collar up, push into the wind, willpower, hard work, I don't have what it takes to do that long term. Does that make sense? I believe a whole lot in won't power, what I won't do, and the reason why I won't do it. Willpower, it's a short-term working strategy, not a long-term working strategy. True?
Yeah.
It's actually really cool when we recognize that. We look for long-term working strategies to create the results that we want. And this is where I'm headed here. One more piece before how might you personally utilize this as a tool, okay? And it's the secret to really understanding, to make it work for you. It's the understanding of a concept of time. Time is really important here. And my positioning, my daily actions, such that they're working for me or against me. Let's say that again, because it's really important. Am I positioning my daily actions such that they're working for me or against me? Time in the process is going to do two things. Time will do one of two things in the process. The passage of time will either promote me or expose me. The passage of time will either promote you or expose you. What do I mean by that? What does that mean? Time will either promote me or expose me. Love it. Somebody new, I know. I see several little fingers like someone standing at the back little counter copy thingy. Time will either promote you or expose you. What does that mean? Who can help me out?
Actions speak louder than words.
Okay, our actions, our small daily actions, repeated over time, will speak louder than words. Thank you. Love. What's your name?
Christian.
Oh, fantastic. Hi, Christian.
Hi.
I got you, text. Go ahead.
Well, it'll either show you if you used it effectively, or it will show you what fell through the cracks.
Ooh, beautiful. Okay, perfect. I love that. First place I learned this idea, this concept. Anyone ever seen the Peking acrobats? Like they're, or heard of the Peking acrobats? They're from Peking, not like peekaboo. They're from Peking, China, okay? And they do this really cool, they travel the world, and they do amazing feats where they make towers of people, and then someone else jumps over the towers of people. They make like stacking chairs 12 high, and the coolest thing I saw, tower of people, this guy lays on his back and juggles a table end over end with his feet. It was crazy cool, right? It was just really fun to watch, really fascinating, okay? I got to go backstage. It was this years and years ago. I got to go backstage, and it was like, I was curious, because I love passion, right? I'm a big fan. It's like, what made you want to be a Peking acrobat? And this gentleman shared with me the tradition. If you live in Peking and you want your child to grow up to be a Peking acrobat, this is what they do. As soon as the child, on their first birthday, they plant a little seedling. And as soon as the child can walk, right, they have the child jump over that little tree every single day. Every single day they have the child jump over the tree. The tree grows a little bit, the child's jumping higher and higher. The tree grows a little bit more, the child's jumping more and more. And it's not like he walks up to the tree like, Mom, Dad, I gotta jump over that. He knows he can. Why? Because it's just who he is. It's just what he does. Pretty soon he's jumping remarkable heights. It's the smallest minuscule difference between yesterday. Every day he jumps over the tree, and pretty soon he's accomplishing remarkable. It's a perfect example, and I love that. That's really the whole point of spending all the time talking about that is right here at this point. My invitation today. It's one thing that's easy to do, repeated over time, creates huge results down the road. What is it for you that you want to choose it to be just what I do? What's the tree for you that you would want to jump that over time creates really cool results? That's what I'm looking for. And I want some examples. How can you use this for you? The biggest encouragement is simple activities. This is probably the biggest reason why we don't do it, is because it's really easy to do, which makes it easy not to do. Does that make sense? It's easy to do, it's also easy not to do. Because the results from today, the results are the same today. It's that over time piece. So who's got a possible example for me where you might be considering for you, what's a small activity? I mean, we have sales teams that use small activities like simple taking notes on the sales calls that I make. That simple activity creates huge results over time. We have people that say, hey, I'm gonna decide to come in and work until 5:05, just the 5 minutes, just the one more call every day, which actually makes 30 more or 20 more leads that day, or that month, which actually turns into real results, right? We have people, this is a weirdo one. Every day when I first started teaching this concept, this was probably 2.5 years ago, every day in the shower, I actually stretch. I stretch because this week, is it gonna body? No, but take like, when I'm 50, like, I mean, my dad's a pretty fit guy. My mom's the oldest 68-year-old person on the planet, right? It's like, I didn't want to end up like not being able to enjoy my time in my body. Does that make sense? When I'm 70, I'm actually more of a, if I'm stretching every day, what will be the result? What do you think? Sorry, I'm not making fun of my mom, not at all. I'll be healthier, true? And that's something that matters to me. It's a small decision. It's so easy to stretch in the shower. I love showers. When I grow up, I'm gonna buy the type of water heater that never ends in hot water. You know, the kind that like just runs it through full time? That's gonna be the best thing ever. When I grow up, that's when I'll know. All right, moving on. I'll probably never get out of the shower. That would be a problem. What would it be for you? This is my question. Because before we leave, oh, goodness, groceries. Huh. Phew. I looked at the clock. I was like, I have only minutes. How am I going to pull it up? Bonus. Good. Here's my question. Are you willing to choose into what the compounded interest, what the slight edge principle will do for you? Something small, something that I can do. And a lot of times we think it's the big picture. I'm just saying, what's something for you? What do you want more of right now? And what's a way to slight edge it? Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How do you decide? Because I can think of a bunch of different things. I'm like, okay, this, okay, this. How do you decide what's your first thing that you're gonna do?
Great question. We often get the anyone ADD, or that energy of, I want some of this, 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 but that's here I go. And there's so many things that it's not simple and easy. Simple decisions repeated daily over time creates results. So if you didn't hear the question was, how do you decide? How do you decide what to choose? What do you think, Tim? How do you decide what to choose? What if I don't know? Hey?
Is it possible to have, say, several different ones, and because you're doing small decisions or making small decisions, it doesn't preoccupy the whole of your day? You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to accomplish it all at once, but you can have several different things that you're working on. I don't know, does that work or not?
So the response was, if you just pick several simple ones or several small ones, does that work over time or not? See happen as we utilize this tool. What does it take to create a habit?
21 days.
21 days. I would encourage you just to experiment with the principle, choose one of them, and when it becomes easy for you, when you don't have to consciously think about it, then choose the next one, which actually isn't that far away. So sometimes people think, I can pick only one. What's the one? Because I don't know. There's so many things I want. Oh no! Give up. My encouragement is, it doesn't matter where we start. It's that we do start somewhere, start anywhere. And I know this is a big deal. What's the highest pain point right now would be another way of looking at it. Go ahead,
That's
Christine.
what I was gonna say. If I'm letting my personal goal making that I do, I always work backwards. So it's what's making me the most unhappy at this point, and then what can I change to make that not an issue, a non-issue anymore.
Okay, so what's the thing that makes me most unhappy right now? Go ahead.
And then forming a goal around getting rid of that thing. So what's to turn what's making me unhappy into something that makes me happy.
Okay, cool. So finding that one thing, something that makes me unhappy, turning it to make me happy. I'll give you, actually no, you give me some examples. This is an easy one. Give me some examples what it possibly might be, and then we can go back to deciding, cool, I want to choose one. I want to play with it. I want to see if it works or not. What do you think? You've got a possible example for me. What's Rochelle, excuse me, that, because there's so many, what's one of them?
Marissa.
We spoke on the phone, we texted, we emailed, all of that.
Well, so my team can kind of agree on this. I don't drink enough water.
Okay.
I like have a water cooler in my office because I don't drink enough water and I still don't drink enough water.
Okay, so drinking enough water could be a possibility. Go ahead.
Making sure all my emails get answered.
Making sure all my emails get answered, that's another possibility.
Spending more time working with my team.
Spending more time working with my team. Okay, fantastic. Can I push pause? Those are all possibilities. Let's play with how that might work, right? Because sometimes we think, okay, I'm gonna drink more water. Diet Coke. Never, ever again. And what's the chance of our success? So quite possibly, we might be able to say, okay, great, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna drink all the Diet Coke I want until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when I switch over to water, or vice versa, or however we would want to do it, right? It's a small and simple thing that repeated over time, we can grow into other things. This is the cool thing about water. We can drink, and then we can drink, and then we can drink, right? What if it was one water bottle? The small and simple step was put a water bottle on my desk right next to my Diet Coke. Small, simple to do, easy to do. Just as easy not to do. And when it's there, okay, so if it's still not gonna work, then maybe it's a drink of Diet Coke, a drink of.
I'm just not drinking.
Oh, awesome. She said, I'm just not drinking anything. Have you ever considered an IV? That'd be another way. You just have one of the poles, you just follow it around, right? That's another way, possibly. Go ahead.
Eat when you, I mean, drink your water just when you eat. Start off with that. Just when you eat.
How about you drink water when you eat? And I'm like, oh, she doesn't even eat. She doesn't eat, she doesn't drink. How are you alive? Studies have shown that eating and drinking is good for your health. Okay, so we want to find a working strategy. What's a way we could use this principle for her? Go ahead, Beth.
Well, I think sometimes when you have like things that you're trying to accomplish, but it's something that you like made as a goal, but you haven't accomplished it. I think maybe just like flipping it, like how Christine was saying, she starts backwards on her goals, but like instead of being like, okay, I don't drink, be like, okay, so when are the times that I can't drink? Like, what will get me to drink? Like, you know, kind of like off, I don't know, like switch
What
it
are the
around.
times I can drink?
Yeah. You know, like how people are like, I should do this, and that never motivates us. But then when you're like, I could do this, it does motivate us. So.
Yeah, should is always has this shaking finger behind it. Goes back to like mommy, shame and guilt. Shame and guilt, not a healthy long-term working strategy. Like, this will take action right now. It doesn't actually work long-term. Great, thank you. Did I repeat that? This, okay, thank you. Come to the training in live person if you can.
So if Marissa, it's not the fact, she just doesn't drink or doesn't eat, right? So you're trying to come up with a strategy to help her do that. And if she's not doing it on her own, then have a drinking sponsor.
Have a drinking sponsor.
So have somebody.
I mean
Penny
water.
philosopher. It's time to be drinking now.
Water. Just have somebody. You're talking about a strategy, so have someone
It's
come
a
and
great
say,
one.
"Here, I'm going to stand here and I'm going to watch you drink this whole thing. I'm not going to leave until you."
Maybe to use the Kaizen principle, it would be, I'm going to make one bottle of water disappear. If it's on my desk, will I see it? When I see it, will I even take 2 swallows of it? Put that as an interrupter, and my Kaizen principle, my slide edge it, is to say, I'm going to make this one water bottle disappear. Because we're there often. Or maybe it's, I'm going to put it on my steering wheel, and so in the morning, all I do is hold it with one hand, drive with the other, and then I go pee.
Have you tried setting a calendar event for like every hour that says drink water now?
Just an alarm on your
Yeah.
phone. Love it.
Just put a bottle of water, because I used to drink too much soda. And I just decided I'll still let myself drink soda if I want to, but I have a big water bottle with a straw on it that I fill up every morning. And I see it, and my goal is to drink at least one of those a day.
So just do one of them a day. Love
Yeah.
that as a possibility.
Can you
And then I want you guys to be thinking of possibilities for you, and I want some examples.
with this whole idea, can you get buy-in?
Questions, can you get buy-in from? No. You have to do everything all by yourself.
No, like, is it internally, like, reach out to others? Be like, hey, my offer, remind you.
Internal reminders, I would say our phone is no different than an external reminder. It's not any different. I think that's an easy one. External is maybe even easier. So whatever works for you. Okay, so I want another example. What's something that you're willing to choose in to do? Something so simple, something easy to do. Not too easy not to, that you're going to choose into doing. Okay, read a book instead of playing a game on my phone. Fantastic. Every time I pull up Minecraft, which is the one that's typically on my phone, because my 70s obsessed. It's like the Legos of his generation. Like Legos are crazy. Endless Legos, endless creations. Pretty cool. Anyway, so next time I pull up a game on my phone, I'm going to go to the Audible app instead of that. All right, that could be a small and simple thing. That doesn't mean that we'll never play a game. It means that 10 minutes a day, 10 pages a day, or whatever that is. It's a great example, perfect. Are you willing to choose into that one?
I actually started reading just this week.
Okay, love it.
Already doing it.
She actually started reading this week, already doing it. Wait, can it be that easy? Yes, it can be that easy. What's something easy, simple for you? What would be something that over time would create real results, real success over time? This is that part where instead of a concept, instead of a theory, I want you to answer the question, how can I apply this to me? Who can help me out? Go ahead.
Well, can I give you an example of something that like doesn't apply to me in person, but like something?
Okay, so Jesse's wondering, can it be an example and not one that's for me? The answer is yes.
Okay, so outside of working here, I also train horses. So I just the whole time I've been thinking like don't share it, but I want to. So
Okay, she trains horses.
So I'll buy a horse completely unbroken and I don't know its history, and then I'll train it and sell it, and for 900% profit sometimes. And so, and it varies from about 30 to 90 days. And so I just finished training a horse in about 25 days, and she's like completely untouched, didn't know anything for 15 years of her life. And I got to train her that quickly because every day I just worked on one thing. Like today, all I want her to do is just pick up her feet for me. That's all. Like I just need her to learn that when I ask her to pick up one foot and let me clean it off for her, like she just stands there and picks it up. And I have videos of this horse. Like she was scared of everything. I could stand right next to her and go like this with my hands, like not even do anything, but just spread my fingers like that, and she'd tear the fence down. Like she was terrified. And then within 25 days of just getting her, just submit to one thing each day, like learn how to bend your wheel a little bit, learn I'm teaching you, and then like just one day at a time, she learned something new. Eventually she had a saddle on. Eventually she got on a ride, and then the other day I took her up to the top of the mountain and back by herself. So it's just, you know, one thing a day. If you learn slowly over time, you can grow.
Is it possible that we're not any different than that horse that she's training? Is it possible that just like she shared, one small thing that we're adding, and I would say it's one small thing a day in this case. For us, it might be one small thing until it becomes a habit, and then the next small thing, and then the next small thing. That's really where I'm headed. Life is all about the small decisions that we make every day. So the example of training a horse is perfect and beautiful. And I'm not calling you a horse. I'm saying, cool, how can we be just like that? What would be something that if we wanted to train ourselves, what would that be? Go ahead, dude. There's almost a hand.
Oh, no. I
Come on. So like, oh yay, Kaizen, go Toyota. All right, I'll give you some of mine. Oh, good.
So I like learning languages, but I don't have time to take classes at the moment. So I try and learn 10 words a day. So that
Love it.
eventually.
So she's got a passion for learning languages. I don't want to take all the time to like take a class. It's just 10 words a day. Fantastic. What's what language?